Welcome to Just Your Average Podcast. I am Chad. Chris is to my right. Andrew is to my bottom.
What?
Andrew Rocco. Rocco is to the bottom. And Chris Burgess is the blacked out screen. So I'm holding
right.
the other half.
Chad. People listening aren't going to know where we are, and people watching can see our names.
No, you can't see the names when you're watching it.
You can't?
No, you fucking dick.
So all those jokes I make aren't real?
Yep. You
That's
fucking
lame
piece of
as fuck.
shit.
Dude, fuck this, dude. I quit. Later, guys.
How you guys doing? We're in 2021. This is the first show of 2021. Are you excited?
No, because the fucking change of the new year isn't going to change anything. We're still going to be in a pandemic. We're still going to be in a shit situation. Sorry to break it to you guys, but a new year ain't going to fix shit.
Hold on. I heard if I voted for Biden, all this would stop. You're telling me that doesn't matter?
I hate to break it to you, Chris.
Dang, I knew I should have voted for Jorgensen.
Listen, Corn Pop. He's not even in office yet. Give him a break.
Well, I got hairy legs, and kids, they like to play with my hairy legs and sit in my lap. And,
why won't he talk to news reporters? Why does he refuse to talk to the news? What's he hiding, Dad?
Well, anyway, we're going to have a little remembrance of 2020. What do you guys think of that?
I think it's a bad idea because nothing happened worth mentioning.
My little baby Finnegan was born.
Again. Whoa. Whoa. Went out of the billions this year? That's cool.
Baby Finnegan. What's Finn's middle name?
James.
Oh, I see you.
So we're going to have little baby
Daddy's
James running around?
So Penguin Finn was born.
First of all, that's our spirit animal. You can fuck up.
Finnegan, Penguin. Well, I mean, 2020, I don't know.
God, more people walking in the background.
It sucked for so many different reasons.
Good.
Like
I had to move 4 times.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot it was 4.
Because people suck.
Are you going to tell us the Andrew Rocco story of 2020?
I'm pretty
it's a long story.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we've been over it on the podcast in like chunks. Never as one string. But basically, a mutual somebody we all know turned out to be a giant fucking scumbag.
Yep.
So, there's that.
I found out the easy way. It's like, you think people would stick together through this shit, but...
No, yeah, well, and then I got a random Snapchat from Rocco blaming me for the whole thing. So that was nice.
That was kind of fucked
Even
up.
though I'm in Florida and I had no idea what was going on, just came out of the blue.
It's all Florida's fault.
Well, Chris Burgess, how was your 2020? You couldn't have had a bad 2020.
It was peachy. I got to sit at home all day.
Yeah, you get to work from home. That's like the American dream right there.
No, it's trash. I have to go back to the office after like 2 months of it, and I was happy. That's all I cared about. I didn't have to sit in my own house and pretend it was work anymore.
No. I was delivering packages, getting yelled at by people who ordered the packages and invited me to come on their property to deliver the packages off their property.
Just punt it onto their front porch. They'll be fine.
God, I wish I could have. The worst one was the lady who I was walking on her property and she was walking her dog. So she just points her finger at me. And I'm like, whoa. She's like, what are you doing? You're not saying anything. You're just pointing your finger.
It's like Invasions of the Body Snatchers.
Back up. And I'm like, I was probably like 15 feet away from her. And she's like, drop the package at the doorstep. So I go to bring it. And she's like, you don't even need to bring it that far. Just drop it. And I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. Then another lady, I get out of my van in front of her house. She had a long driveway. So I go to turn on her, walk down the driveway, and she yells at me, get off my property. Just leave the package there. And I was pissed because I need to be close to their house because it's all GPS. So I can't complete the package. So I had to like run up, click the thing, and run back. And she's yelling at me while I'm doing it.
Oh, man.
I don't know. But there had to be some good things in 2020.
At least Jeff Bezos made what? How many more billions of dollars?
Yeah, Chris. It's in the trillions now, right?
Bezos, Walmart.
The Walmart. airs
Elon
of
Musk.
nose.
And yeah, Musk became the second richest person in the world over the pandemic. It was something like they made 400 billion during the pandemic. I think the CEO of Walmart made like 160 billion in these past couple months, and I think the total the total they made during the pandemic mirrors the total lost in small businesses. So it's just like, fuck yeah, let's accelerate corporatism. Let's get to
Amazon.
as quick
Sounds
as
like you're.
possible.
Sounds like you're just mad because you don't have that money.
Yes, 100%. I want it. I would buy
with Amazon. They have their Amazon Day, and they actually put it on hold because they were getting like record sales in the months that it was supposed to be on there. So they put it back to like the time where they knew people, and like right before Christmas, before people buy the presents. They're like, "Hey, it's our Amazon Day," so it just kept the fucking busyness through Christmas. It's like, damn, dude.
And I mean,
the past like year.
Like, I'm angry at them for making money, but it's fucking convenient.
Yeah,
you can't complain. Like, it works, and it's
pays my bills. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it pays your fucking bills, but like, damn, I wish I was Bezos.
I mean, I feel like a lot of this stuff won't go back after this. Like a lot of the remote work, a lot of the delivery services.
Patriot Act was supposed to last a year.
But I mean, Chad,
I can tell you, my boss has already told me he doesn't really. Once they do open the offices, he doesn't really feel like our team should go back because he doesn't like the idea of IT being in the office. He says there's too many distractions.
There's too many distractions in office, so he's going to send you home to the king of distractions, your home. We have everything that can distract you.
Well, no, it's more of people walking up to our. In my case, I have an office, but the guys who work for me have cubicles. People walk up to them and they're just like, "Hey, since you're not doing anything, I got a problem with my mouse. I need you to look at." And it's like, dude, we have other stuff we're working on. Fuck your mouse.
That's why you just need to put a sign up says.
A new one.
Oh, that's just.
I will say,
users.
Take the ball out, put it back.
That's a problem with end users in general. Like I'm like in regards to IT work, like I do all the on-site shit up here in the Northeast, and it's like, holy fuck, if end users are just not dumb enough for themselves. Like, yeah, how do you get a printer to work? Turn it on, plug it in. No, it's too hard for us.
I feel insulted by that comment.
Look, how many times I've had to talk someone through like getting a keyboard to work or a mouse to work is fucking bonkers.
That's sad. It makes me sad.
I don't think I could do IT. I don't have the patience for that. I'm bad at explaining things.
You guys ever see those like workout mirrors that watch you work out?
Oh, they work out with you? They have like a little person.
What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah.
You think that's creepy as fuck?
Big waste of friggin' money.
Oh yeah, but do you think they turn off once you're done working out, or do you think they just watch you the entire time?
Yeah, like you walk by, eat like a candy bar, and you just see the person in the mirror going like,
"Yeah."
Dude, that would be amazing, though. Every time I just go to the fridge after I ate dinner to grab more food, the mirror just yells at me.
Yep, and then you say, "No, praise the mirror, praise the mirror."
Just eat the chicken.
Jana, I had a hard day. She's like,
it's 1984 as fuck, dude. That's all I'm saying. Straight up vid screens.
Oh my god. Did anybody watch Wonder Woman 84?
No.
It was a fucking horrible movie, dude. First of all, it ripped off every like movie where they have like the dorky person wanting superpowers and becoming a bad guy thing. They did it in fucking Spider-Man 3. They did it in Batman. They do it in everything.
Whoa. Are you saying it's a common trope?
It's a trope that shouldn't be there. And first of all, she was only in the movie to give Wonder Woman a fucking battle at the end. And the battle wasn't even good because it was like pitch black. You couldn't see him, and it was a CGI mess. And they made Cheetah look laughable. The CGI in this movie, they had like scenes of Wonder Woman just running, and it looks like she's running on nothing. It was bad.
You see why I've given up on superhero movies?
And I wasn't even a fan of the first Wonder Woman movie that much. It had cool scenes, so I was like, all right, but it's Wonder Woman. You know, Rocco.
You know what movie you should have seen? 365 Days. Now that was movie of the year.
Have you seen that, Chris?
You guys catch that? I think you should definitely watch it. It's totally worth your time.
I can't even think of what my movie of 2020 was. I can't think of a new movie that came out that I was super into.
Batman.
No, Fat Man sucked.
See, sometimes they're like just those movies that are so bad that they're memorable. That was one
but
of them.
Fat Man was like middle of the road, 5 out of 10. You know.
Wait, did the Batman movie come out?
No, that's next. It was
pushed back.
Yeah, that was supposed to finish filming this year, but with COVID and everything.
It looks. I'm gonna have to agree with Chris. It looks really bad. I'm not.
No, there's this Mel Gibson movie, this Christmas Santa Mel Gibson movie.
Batman.
Bat with a T.
Oh. I thought you were saying Batman.
No, Batman.
I thought you said Batman.
It's Mel Gibson as Santa Claus. It's great. You would love it, Liberia.
Oh, okay.
No,
yeah, he wants to nail Jesus to the cross.
Mel Gibson.
Wow. That's
no, if anything, Mel Gibson would be taking the nails out of the cross and saving Jesus and mowing down Jews with an M60.
Hey, we're gonna get the Passion of the Christ sequel soon. I wonder what happens in it.
Dude, I am so psyched for that. The first Passion of the Christ was just a snuff film. Dude, the second one's gonna be even better.
Yeah, but this one does. Yeah, but the sequel doesn't have violence. It's just him coming and being like all peaceful. Yeah, it's me.
No, it's not.
This giant boulder.
No. If it's based off the original Passion of the Christ play, the second part is Jesus in hell for 3 days, getting tortured.
I didn't know it was
like a lot of CGI.
Why would Jesus go to hell?
Off the play. They used to do it in the town square back in like the 1500s to scare the shit out of people. This is back during like Dante's Inferno and shit like that. And like, if you don't pray to Jesus, you'll go to hell. And here's how bad hell is and all that stuff. So the Passion is Jesus getting nailed to the cross, going to hell, and then coming back. Part 3 is when he comes back and is super cool.
After Mel Gibson nails his hands to the cross.
You seen the original Passion of the Christ?
I went through a church phase, and I think they played it every fucking like month at least.
I saw that movie in
Passion of Christ viewing.
It's like, ignore the religion and just look at the imagery. It's fucking awesome. It's this one dude just getting screwed over by the system super hard.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Exactly. That's all it is.
It's all really
is. One guy who's like, I didn't do it. And they're like, we don't fucking care. Just nailing him into a fucking cross. It's so bloody.
Those are the times. Good old church times.
Remember that church me and you and Pete and Sam went to?
Yeah, that's the one.
Dude, that was so gay.
And then they'd always play Creed every time, switch foot, and it was like,
that sounds like a great place that Sean would hang out at. He loves Creed.
I mean, we tried a few times.
We tried to get him there, and Sean wasn't down.
No, he was a Catholic, a confirmed Catholic.
Oh, that's right. That was like a Protestant thing.
Yeah.
But Sean loved Creed. That's all he talked about in high school. We used to make fun of him saying that he was jerking off to Creed before.
Rocco and Sean went to go see Creed.
Hey, hey.
Whoa.
Yeah, we saw him, and they moved us all the way up to the front.
Because you were the cutest boys?
Yep.
Do you have a ponytail?
Andrew does a man bun now because he's a fucking loser.
Oh my god, it's a ponytail.
Oh my god. I have a serious question for you guys.
2021.
What is the best type of pizza?
Oh my god.
And if you say pizza with no cheese because it gives me a bellyache, I'm gonna smack you.
I don't eat pizza. Pizza's gross.
Margarita,
first of all, all right, yeah, I wasn't born in Rhode Island, but I grew up in Rhode Island, and I can't tell you how depressing it was every time I would go to a birthday party growing up and see some little kid bring out the little pizza box with pizza with no cheese, fucking Rhode Island sauce bread, and everyone being like,
fuck you.
Made a pie, dude.
What is this?
You don't get it.
Tomato pie.
You don't get it.
Sheep pizza.
Right.
The old country, just like Ma used to make.
I'm going to start with Chris Burgess because it's hard because we can't see his face, so you don't know when he wants to talk.
Christopher Burr.
What's your favorite type of pizza, Chris?
I don't know, one that's not just cheese. Pineapple and ham. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Get a real fire going underneath all of you.
I love Hawaiian pizza. Y'all can fuck up. What kind of crust?
It shows.
You like the thin crust? You like the Greek crust? You like
a Sicilian. Sicilian on a wood fire.
I'm not a big wood fire pizza guy. I don't like
they're great.
I'm
just not having it at the right place.
I went to Providence coal fire pizza. That place sucks.
Yeah, it's not great.
These are right.
It's owned by the guy who owns most of the Dunkin' Donuts in Rhode Island.
Really?
That guy's a douchebag. He also owns most of the Burger Kings too.
Stop being a shit. You're being a shit.
Sorry.
God damn it, Chris.
Talk shit about the Janickies.
All right, Christopher Rocco, what's your favorite type of pizza and crust the pizza comes on?
I like a cold Domino's anchovy pizza. I don't like pizza. Pizza sucks.
All right, Library, you look like you have something to say about it.
I like thin crust cheese, 4 cheese. That's usually
like toppings, just like the cheese.
A New York slice.
Cheese. Here's the thing: toppings. I could get massively autistic about this, but toppings can vary on like mom and pop places. Like some places could do like a spicy pepperoni, other places could do like a non-spicy pepperoni, and then like all of a sudden it's like you can't really compare apples to apples anymore. And all of a sudden it's like, well, what the fuck? So whenever I go to try a new place, I always do a cheese first, and then I'll experiment with toppings and all that. But typically on my go-to on like a lazy Friday night would just be a 4 cheese thin crust.
You know what the worst thing pizza places do? They make a buffalo chicken pizza, but they put red sauce down and then put the buffalo chicken and stuff on it. What the fuck are they thinking?
Yeah.
You know what I hate more than anything is when your buddy goes, dude, this is the best pizza ever, and it fucking
You
sucks.
loved it. You love that pizza.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about John Bannister with Leo's in Narragansett.
Oh god,
Leo's wasn't that bad.
It's
Leo's
next to a bar.
is pretty terrible.
It's literally attached to a bar. What do you
I
expect?
was always drunk when I got it. So
Well, there you go. I used to get it sober because Josh's dad lived in the apartments across the street. We would play board games and get pizza.
Fuck.
And he was always like, dude, isn't it so fucking good? And it was just like cardboard with ketchup on it. And I was like, yeah, this is great, man.
that Boston Neck pizza right there.
B-neck is the best.
They're good.
Boston Neck. Pizza Heaven's great too. I used to work there. They were really good.
You know what pizza I really liked in Rhode Island was Caserta's.
Where's Caserno's?
Cranston.
Caserta's. Providence.
Oh, I don't go
Is
there.
it Cranston or Providence? Is it off Park Ave?
It's near Federal Hill. It's like behind Federal Hill.
Oh, fuck. I actually went there for my Italian class.
Oh.
I'm kidding you. Yeah, the professor took us there.
It's a real Italian place.
Caserta's up there in the
Go
hill.
up to Federal Hill. We're gonna get you a slice.
And I got an A+.
Well, Rocco, what's your favorite type of pizza?
Margarita. Get the fresh mozzarella, the basil, tomato. Good. Whether it's coal-fired, freaking, I don't know, frozen. It's always my favorite.
Well, I know you guys are wondering. I like a Greek crust. It's not thin crust. It's not thick crust. It's the perfect thickness. And I am a fan of buffalo chicken, but you need to put blue cheese and buffalo sauce down as a base. Get some nice chicken on there with some onions. It's delicious. Chris would shit his pants eating this.
Pizza is just like an inferior food delivery method.
Why?
Because it's just like all you can do. All right. Can you put, all right. Say you went to make the most nutritious pizza possible. It would still be shit. It would still be bad for you. Because of pizza, what it is essentially, too much grease and oil and cheese and all that stuff.
You know, it's funny when I worked at like pizza places, the veggie pizza always had like some of the highest calories of all of them.
Because they have to fucking put more sugar in it or whatever.
Stack it on there. Sugar. Ugh.
You know what I hate the most? When pizza places use canned mushrooms on their pizzas. Have you ever noticed that?
Nope.
Well, you know what I've seen. It's kind of like a new trend now. I've seen it at Whole Foods. Is a cauliflower crust, which I'm not a fan of cauliflower. But
dude, I tried it.
I think that's good.
It wasn't good.
Maybe it's my ponytail talking, but I think cauliflower crust is pretty good.
I want to do that buffalo cauliflower instead.
That's actually not bad.
That is good.
Yeah, see, that sounds like it'd be good.
It's a good.
I ate a can of chickpeas for dinner last night.
And asparagus tonight. What the hell's
And
wrong?
I had a bowl of asparagus tonight.
I got some chickpea cans upstairs. I'll give to you next week.
Chickpea and asparagus shit. That sounds.
No, it's
so
piss,
horrible.
asparagus smell, shit, little chickpea pebbles. It's gonna be intense tomorrow.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
But going back to 2020, you know what?
Oh,
You know,
did you shit yourself in 2020? Who shit themselves in 2020? Raise your hand. Come on. None of you shit yourselves in 2020. The entire year, you didn't shart once. No poop touched your underwear.
No.
I mean,
Yes, suck
usually
it. There
at
we
some
go.
point, it
There's
happens.
a real person.
You try and fart. I mean, that's why you always just mix it up. Maybe it's just
Well, since I work from
overpasses
home, I don't wear clothes, so
Does it count as shitting yourself if you're
He
naked?
just got like a spray radius on his fucking chair.
no, you just need to know what farts are gonna spray poop out. And if you're dumb like you, Andrew Rocco, and you do the farts where you not sure if you're gonna poop your pants,
He's clenched too hard. I don't know.
See, my problem is I'll just be normal and then my body will go, you gotta shit now. And then it's like I have to clinch and sprint as fast as I can to a bathroom or
this
else.
is more of a medical issue.
Nah, I think it's normal.
Well,
I think
I don't know. Usually when I have to poop, my body's like, all right, you don't have 5 seconds to get to a bathroom. You get
Mine is literally, I go from normal to alert. There's no caution. Like it's just the bleep, 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 and the little thing counting down up above my head. I have to run as fast as I can.
I have a quick question for you guys. What do you guys think of this 180-day thing for them to give all the alien secrets up? You hear about that?
It's a have.
I heard something about it, but I didn't read the article. I just kind of saw the headline and was just like, eh.
Supposedly, they have 180 days to share the alien secrets.
Oh, who cares?
I care because once we find out about the Galactic Federation,
anytime the government brings up aliens, it's to get people to not talk about the thing they're really doing.
Yeah, I gotta agree with Chris there.
Because it's like, hey, look, here's more blurry footage. Talk about this, not about that. They do it every time.
It's just like this whole stimulus bill thing that's been getting blown way out of proportion and everything else. Like, but how many other things did they try to attach to that bill that were completely unnecessary?
What's crazy is Trump tried to
aliens unnecessary.
Trump tried to veto just those parts, the defense bill, where it's like, you know, $750 billion to fucking Pakistan for gender studies. Like Trump tried to veto just that part, and both the House and the Senate overturned it. Like it was the first time they worked together in fucking 4 years is to give money to foreign countries. It was so bizarre. It was like a really weird thing. Like,
it was really weird to see Bernie Sanders supporting Trump.
Yeah, exactly. It was bananas. It was like for a second we were in a different reality.
And I personally think if Bernie Sanders is supporting Trump, we should probably just listen to it because they both probably hate each other.
I've been saying right along, Trump is conservative Bernie Sanders. That's all it is. They both want to just help the person, the people, but the Senate and the House hate him so much, so they fucking.
I also think Trump said this is going to be the biggest stimulus check ever, and it's only $600. He's like, wait, this is less money.
Yeah, and he was like, fuck it, give him $2,000, and everyone said no for some reason.
I don't get that. Why
they've been hiding like little like blurbs and bills forever. I mean, they always do that.
Again, but this was like the most like remember the bridge to nowhere back with Bush?
I don't.
It was this idea, there was this town of 30 people that was separated from the mainland by like 40 feet of water. So they were going to build $1 billion bridge to attach the town to the mainland in Alaska. And everyone was like, wait, you need $1 billion to build a 40-foot bridge? Like, what the fuck? And then it was this whole thing about Republicans trying to sneak things into a bill. But this stimulus check is like the dirtiest. This is a check to give American people money so they don't go homeless, and you're going to sneak things into it. It's like, that's just dirty.
Well, I like how the $600 is probably going to cover their like maybe electric bill. It's not even going to cover their rent and all that stuff. Who has rent for $600?
Well, there are some pretty rough places that have rent for $600.
All right,
Michigan.
Majority of people whose rent.
No. To be fair, yeah, you're right. But there are places out there. Just they're places that I don't think any of us want to live.
I've actually been looking globally for new places to live.
Move out around.
with the amount of money I have, I can move to like Chile and live on like a really big estate. But like I'm in Chile, so I got to deal with that. But I'll have a big old house with a big old wall.
Philippines. I had a friend who went out to the Philippines for like a year for work, and he said like American currency went so freaking far. Like he had a driver because his company set him up with a driver, and he like tipped him $1, and he like lost it. He was like, "Oh my god, an American dollar!"
I've heard stories about that where people like they're just thinking a cab driver like, here's a $20 tip, and the driver's like, you cannot give me this. People will see me with this and murder me for it. You know, like this is way too much money for me. $20, you know. I want to move to if China doesn't invade it, Thailand. I think that would be super cool because they love America and they have this whole like no littering is the death penalty, so it's like the cleanest city in the world. Like there's no trash anywhere, no graffiti, everyone's super polite because every crime is met with the death penalty.
What recently happened with Russia and Iran? I'm sorry to go out, but I just want to forget to ask.
What?
Did something just happened with Russia and Iran?
Yeah, today's the anniversary of bin Soleimani's death, so everyone's just waiting for Iran to do something. And I think Russia told Iran to fuck off.
Wasn't there like a bomb threat or like a thing that happened recently?
There's always a bomb threat in the Middle East.
It's fucking Iran, dude.
It's a good day. We get no bomb threat. That was more of a Russian accent.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
What was
Have you guys heard of the Jetpack Man?
I think it's an ad campaign for the next Iron Man movie.
No.
Because Iron Man's dead, so now a random nobody's going to build an Iron Man suit.
No, people are getting actually nervous about this now because the guy's like flying pretty close to some planes and they're worried he's going to like get sucked up in it.
Maybe he will.
I guess this guy's tech is like super advanced to what they actually have for jetpacks, so they're all confused on like how he got it.
Big deal. James Bond had a jetpack in the 60s.
Straight up.
This might be, what's his name, making jetpacks, and that could be James Bond right there, flying through the air.
They're already filming the next Bond film. They still haven't released the one that's supposed to come out last year.
Oh, God. That movie, I fear, is going to be just awful.
Well, yeah, man. It's from what I've seen, it's just typical woke bullshit, you know, like all style, no substance.
Not necessarily. If they're doing what I think they were doing, and I talked about this last year when I was on your podcast, basically the story arc that they're doing is, yeah, that's Marissa cheering. I'm watching the football game on my other monitor, so go Colts. Basically, they just scored a touchdown, by the way. So basically, the whole story arc is Bond gets married and his wife is killed right after. Like they're leaving the church basically, and his wife.
They did that already.
What movie was that?
You have to understand the Daniel Craig series is a reboot.
I don't like that at all.
You didn't know that?
No.
They did that with Punisher.
The main reason I hated Casino Royale is
I love that movie.
I was like, why are they playing it like it's a reboot? He's already.
It was a reboot. The Daniel Craig movies have no continuity with the original 20.
So that means, like, they skipped over so much then, you know?
Not really.
There was a lot of stuff.
Like, what did they skip over?
Felix.
No, Felix was in the original. Well, he didn't get fed to a shark.
Is he in any of the new ones?
Yeah.
He's again. I haven't.
He's in Casino Royale. He's in Quantum, and he's going to be in the new one.
Okay. Because Felix was always my favorite side character. I don't know. It's like I would have much rather Bond get older than reboot.
You know, there was talks of that, but you know what I would really love, and this has been talked about too. I would absolutely love if they rebooted it again, but did a time period piece where it actually takes place in the 60s during the Cold War.
That would be.
I think that would. There's so much there you could do.
Especially with today's like CGI and stuff, you could have a full on like remember the tank chase in Goldeneye? Like you could do that, but like with way more explosions and like a CGI monster or something, and I bet it'd be okay.
A CGI monster?
I don't know. It's 2020 or 2021. There's a CGI monster in everything nowadays.
No, get the fuck out of here. There's no monsters in the James Bond universe.
Did you guys hear? No, did you guys hear about China trying to make a movie in space before Mission Impossible? To be the first people to make a movie in space and beat us?
They're not going to beat us because I'm pretty sure Tom Cruise has already been to space.
Yeah, but he hasn't filmed in space.
Yeah,
no, I'm pretty sure.
Oh my God. What is that scene going to be? Tom Cruise like parachutes off the moon onto the Earth and he somehow doesn't burn up in re-entry?
So there's rumors they're going to be fighting on the International Space Station.
I like Chris's or Andrew's version. Where
parachuting off and burning in the atmosphere.
He doesn't because he's Tom Cruise.
He gets in like a giant like gravity cannon that launches him at like the speed of light at Earth, and he like lands in a hero pose, and everyone's like fuck, and he's like I only did that because Xenu made it possible, and then
we're all like okay.
Scientology becomes real. And then we're watching it like, this is a weird movie. And then it cuts to real news footage of him actually doing that and like Xeno being real. And we're like, wait, what?
It's Tom Cruise and Xeno at like a press conference.
Right. Yeah. Like the movie just stops and it's a press conference where he's telling us about Scientology for an hour.
Like, now back to your feature presentation.
I'd be like, all right, I'm sold. It's the greatest movie ever.
Oh, I hope they just fight on the space station. How ridiculous would that be? The Russians are going to try to take over the International Space Station.
You know what I hope? I hope in the opening scene they actually do a camera pan like over the Earth, and then you see Elon Musk's car floating over the Earth.
That would, or dude, he should get Elon Musk should definitely get a cameo. Like when Tom Cruise was like, "Are you sure it'll work?" It pans to Elon Musk, and he goes, "Yes." And
or even better, when Tom Cruise is parachuting in, he parachutes past the passenger space plane, and then you look through the window and you see Elon Musk, and he's just going from the window.
Giving him a thumbs up.
What needs to happen? He's going to parachute in the Elon Musk car, floating in space, but Elon Musk put jets on it, so he flies the car back down to Earth.
No, he's parachuting in. Right, and then two bogeys come up on his six, and he's like, "Oh no, I'm getting fucked." And then Jetpack Man lifts his visor. It's Elon Musk. He's got two Uzis, and he shoots down the jet plane.
Dude, don't even say that. There's rumors that it is Elon Musk as the jetpack.
Exactly. Yeah, he's got his flamethrower and an Uzi, and he shoots the planes down that are chasing Tom Cruise, and they both go, "Praise be to Xenu," and then they land on the ground and tell us about Scientology.
Elon Musk convinced me to buy Dogecoin.
Dogecoin?
It's not going so well last I checked.
No, it's not. Have you seen Bitcoin though? 33K?
Yes, dude. It's disgusting. Like,
I learned about Bitcoin really early on, and I went, "This is a joke," and just ignored it.
Well, here's the thing: you can buy a little amount. You don't have to buy $1.
But I could have bought a whole coin when it was.
No, I know, but I'm saying it's only going to keep going up. So if you want to get in,
that's what everyone says.
Crazy.
Chris, just use your tax return all in Bitcoin.
You know why? You know why it's going to keep going up? I can tell you why it's going to keep going up. Because if we keep printing money, our currency is very volatile right now, and Bitcoin is not.
Until the Chinese,
relatively speaking.
But Dogecoin,
bro.
0.0001% of a penny.
Currency.
That's less than a peso.
It is, dude. It's not. I think it hit like a penny.
Dude,
today.
You literally are losing money owning that.
What do you think would happen if Bitcoin or something like that became a global currency and they just stopped using American?
Well, I'd go get my Eddies on my cred stick and go get some cool modifications.
Can't believe you failed at Cyberpunk.
I didn't fail. The game failed me. I beat it, and I got the bad ending, and it was
How's
awesome.
that going? Like the lawsuits and all that.
I don't think they can sue anyone because they did deliver a product. Just because the product sucked doesn't. Like if they just took,
and they gave refunds and everything to cover their ass. So
if
Sony took it off, right?
Yeah, everyone's taking it off their store pretty much. You have to go through the website to buy it. Which, if you have a really nice PC, I suggest it works beautiful on PC. Just every other system, it's a fucking flaming pile of trash.
Chris Burgess, did you play Cyberpunk?
I had the opportunity to. It worked like Chris said. It works well on a PC as long as you have one. It was made for PC. It's not really made for a console that came out 8 years ago, 10 years ago at this point.
Yeah.
I think it's like 8 years.
Yeah.
It's pretty sad that they said it's not even going to update until like what, February?
It's updated twice, and every time the first update broke the saving system, so they had to update it again quickly.
Sounds like Skyrim problems.
Yep, and the second update ruined fast travel. Sometimes when you ADS, your bullets they hit your. I don't know how to explain this, but when you ADS, right, you zoom in on your little holoscope, and your reticule will block the bullets that are shooting at the enemy. And it's like, how did that even, like, what code went wrong where, like, me looking through the scope blocks the bullets that are coming out past the scope? You know, like, there's all these weird glitches.
So I want to throw something out there about this. So I saw a video from it was one of those advertised posts on Facebook, but it was from like, I don't know, it was Game Informer or one of those, you know, gaming magazines, and they had a video comparison of GTA 5 versus Cyberpunk, showing like all the features in Cyberpunk that are missing, like how you can't shoot out tires like you can in GTA, how there's no explosion in the water if you shoot it or throw a grenade in the water. Like there's so much stuff missing, and I could not get over the amount of people defending Cyberpunk. They're like, dude, all right, first of all, they can easily patch that to fix it. And I'm like, dude, you know how many patches they need to fix the fucking game first?
It's kind of unfair to compare the two, because yes, Cyberpunk's in an open world, but it's an incredibly linear story. So like the open world is just supposed to be you walking down the street, you see a cop shake down a guy, it turns into a gunfight, and you pick the side you want to fight on, which is the part Cyberpunk gets right. The problem is they were like, let's make it open world. And a lot of the open world is completely empty. Like GTA is all about the random occurrences, whereas Cyberpunk was about the story. They shouldn't have done open world.
Do you think this is going to be like a No Man's Sky within like a year or two? They're gonna
I think if they get their shit together, yeah, in a year or two, Cyberpunk will be fucking amazing.
Now, did The Witcher 3 and all this have as many bugs? I know it had a lot of bugs, but
the problem with Witcher 3 was the bugs sucked, but the game was so you knew you were buying a AAA game, but you weren't expecting like the perfection of, let's say, a Call of Duty or something, where it just like it works in all instances.
So it's like buying a Bethesda game.
Everyone went into Witcher expecting to get a Bethesda game, and instead they got a AAA game. Whereas everyone went into Cyberpunk expecting a AAA game, and they got a Bethesda game.
Do you guys remember when Fallout 76 tried to do like that pay monthly thing?
Yeah. And
did that even happen?
Yes, it went through, and it started a class warfare, because there were the kids who were playing for free and the kids who were paying to play. The kids who were paying to play were building these cities, and they weren't letting all the people who play for free enter their cities. So the people who played for free would go in when the players who paid logged out and just fuck their shit up and then run. It started a straight up class war. It was fucking, you got to read the forum posts. I guess Reddit would be the best place to go, because they save them. But like there was threads on 4chan where people were like, fuck those bougie motherfuckers, burn their fucking estates down. And I was like, God damn.
Dude, I can't stand Reddit anymore. It's so impossible to like make a comment on Reddit without getting just like yelled at by these fucking like.
Oh yeah, there's some subreddits that are so bipolar. It's like ridiculous. Like I follow obviously I follow the cars one because I'm massively autistic about cars. But like I made one comment about, they had a video about there was a Ford pickup truck that had like a wobble at high speeds, and I was like, yeah, this isn't anything new. GM trucks have had this problem for years. And they were like, no, they haven't. You're a fucking idiot. And I was like, yes, they have. And I posted a bunch of like links to GM Inside News showing like videos of people having what they call the death wobble. And people replied to me like, no, your links are old. They're not true. You're wrong. This is only a Ford problem. And it's like, dude, no, it's not. I got downvoted to oblivion on that.
That's the thing. It's like, you're not voting what's right anymore. You're
voting on emotion and feeling.
I made a shitty joke on a Soul Calibur thing. They were talking about the newest Soul Calibur. I'm like, yeah, it's still full price. And I should have just put it's still full price on the PlayStation Network. But I didn't say that. And everybody's like, you're an idiot. It went on sale this time. And I want to be like, I don't have fucking time to go on the PlayStation Network and all this stuff to look for sales and everything. It's still full price everywhere you go because it's the newest Soul Calibur. And they're all just shitting on me, like yelling at me, being like, "How could you not know that?" Blah blah blah. And I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. And they made like a stupid meme about AEW, putting like it was a Brink meme, putting AEW as the good, I forget the names, the good ones, and WWE as like the bad ones. And everybody's like, "What the fuck is this? We don't even know what this is." I'm like, "It's Brink." And they're like, "We haven't seen Brink before." And I'm like, God, I'm so old. How have you not seen Brink? Have you seen Brink, Andrew?
No.
I've seen
Rocco?
Brink. Yep.
You haven't seen Brink, Andrew?
Refresh me on the plot.
Rollerblades.
Soul
I've seen.
Blade.
Wait, is it the downhill rollerblading movie?
No, that's the one with Jack Black.
No, the kid sells out.
It's the
Yeah,
one
the
with
kid
the
sells out.
Sponsored,
Yeah,
loses his
it's like a
So
downhill.
there's two rollerblading movies back in the day. The downhill one was one with Jack Black, I think. Oh no, at the end they do have a downhill race. But there was another one that Jack Black was
And there was like the tomboy girl with like ambiguous racial identity.
Yeah, I think that was the Jack Black one.
No,
And,
that
like
was the
cool
original one.
kids wore purple.
Yeah, the good guys
yeah,
wore
the
like
sponsors
yellow,
wore
like,
the-
up and stuff,
oh,
or
what the
something
fuck
like
were
that.
Yellow and blue, I think the good guys wore.
Yeah, they
Yellow.
were
They were
yellow.
sponsored by like a car
No,
washing
the good
place.
guys are like a
Yeah.
grooming place. Team
I
Puppet
can't
Stuff.
believe how well I remember this movie.
That was one of the best Disney movies ever made.
No, the baseball one where the kid wanted to be the amateur chef.
What?
Or quintuplets, the one where the girl babysits the 5 babies and they
You're
get into
You're
mischief.
making these up.
I watched a lot of Disney Channel. I love movies, all right? I've been watching movies a very long time. I
How
watched
old
every
are those
Disney-
movies? Those sound like new movies. That'd be like,
No, they're like late 90s, early 2000s.
I don't know. I don't remember those.
What's
Remember
that
Lucky the
Halloween
Irish?
one? What's the Halloween one where like
Halloween Town.
and the kids get abducted and they have to like go through the spooky town to find the kids?
Yeah,
Yeah, all right, Halloween Town. That one was good.
yeah. Disney came out with some good movies. When they came out with Johnny Tsunami.
I was just about to bring that up.
So bad.
Dude, do you remember that episode of Powerpuff Girls where the Powerpuff Girls make a 4th Powerpuff Girl and it's retarded? And then
Yes.
the guy steals the formula and makes a bunch of mutant Powerpuff Girls and they go into a factory and the retard leads the mutants against the villain and then they all die in a fiery explosion? Do you guys remember that?
Dude, have you seen the new Powerpuff Girls? How like depressing it is.
What is
They
it all
bring
like
back
cow
the
art?
original voice cast. The animation changed like they did in Dexter's Laboratory.
Goddamn.
Well, you know what happened with Dexter's Lab, right?
What?
Dexter's voice actor died.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they canceled the show and then Cartoon Network zombified it with a new art style and a new voice cast.
Remember when they came out with that movie?
Horrible.
That was a great little movie they came out with. Where you
Ego
had like,
Trip.
huh?
Dexter's Lab Ego Trip, where he goes to
The
the
time
past,
travel one, yeah.
where he goes to the future, and the super far future, where he's like jacked and he's
Yeah.
got the giant
Oh
wrench.
my god.
And Mandark is like some evil Darth Vader villain.
Mm-hmm.
My Barry, you look stressed out.
Football.
No, I'm good.
He's watching football.
Every time I see you look over,
Damn Colt.
you're like,
No,
oh,
he's sitting there
God.
going, fuck Dexter's Lab, all real monsters, fight me. And we're like,
Dude, Our Real Monsters would not work right now. Or it might work exactly because they have a ideals.
I didn't have cable growing up, so I didn't really watch any of these shows, so I can't really comment. I didn't see Dexter's Lab or
shitty
Powerpuff
parents.
Girls or any of that.
my parents weren't good at raising kids, so they put me in front of a television.
Yeah. Remember Doug? Then they came out with Disney Doug.
I hated Doug.
I also hated
Yeah, I
Doug.
didn't really like Doug either. I never understood why his best friend was blue.
I
Fucking
never got
Skeeter.
like the whole point of Doug. Like, Dear Diary. And then he'd write about Quail Man. And I was like, if I knew this kid in real life, I'd bully the shit out of him. Fuck this kid. I would be so mean to him if I found out about Quail Man. You put
I
your
think the
underwear over your
ultimate-
shorts and a belt around your head.
No, the ultimate
Sounds
cartoon
really
in
scary.
Nickelodeon was Rugrats.
Rugrats, go back and watch episodes. It's just not funny or entertaining.
Oh, fuck you. I watch it with Riley all the time.
Dude, it doesn't hold up and it's creepy.
Tommy's
looking.
father is so depressed during the whole show, too.
He's gonna kill himself.
So is Chucky's father.
Yeah, isn't there a conspiracy theory that Tommy was like
Died. Yeah.
They're all dead. I thought was the conspiracy theory.
Yeah. And
Angelica just kind of makes them up. And Stu tries to make all the kids' toys.
Right?
Huh?
And Stu is molesting Angelica. That's why she
No,
manifests the
no.
undead babies.
No, that's too far. Stu is making all the kids'
You've
toys.
never seen that storyboard?
Ugh.
There was an April Fool's episode of Rugrats where the people doing the storyboard tried to get it passed, and basically Stu comes up from the basement drunk and beats the shit out of Angelica and molests her, and like they tried to hand it in as a real skit, like a real episode to like the people at like HR and the FCC, and they were like, oh my god, I can't believe your show with, you know, it's about babies, what are you doing beating children and shit like that. And you can find like the fucking storyboard on the internet. It's fucking insane and funny as shit, because like obviously it was a joke. It's the fucking Rugrats.
Did you guys ever see the Ren and Stimpy on Spike TV?
Yeah, it wasn't as good.
It was fucked up. There was a scene where they both go under the blankets and you see white shit flying all around the room. And
that's
everything.
what I mean. Ren and Stimpy worked well with a heavy censor, because then the jokes were subtle and implied.
Or when he's cutting the log on his back. Does anyone not remember that one?
Yeah.
But he had the log.
He's got the fucking like saw strapped to his like waist, and he's like, Stimpy's acting.
That's
like
what I mean. Like
sawhorse.
Well, they had to be more creative.
Well, they could do stuff weird like that. Remember Cow and Chicken, the devil guy? He was always flashing his butt in front of
the episode where Cow joins the Rug Muncher Alliance and her and a bunch of girls munch rug together in a room. Do you remember that episode?
Cow and Chicken was great, dude. Johnny Bravo
was
good
good
work nowadays.
Dude, Mama had a chicken. Mama had a cow. Dad was proud. He didn't care how.
So one cartoon I watched growing up that I know Chad watched too was Batman Beyond, which I absolutely loved.
Shway, bro.
Shway. There's one episode though that's still like I bought the whole series on Blu-ray, but there's still one episode that does not sit right with me and makes me feel like kind of like.
Is it the undead guy living under the earth?
Yeah, Earth Mover, dude. That episode's so depressing.
It's so fucked up.
Oh my god. I remember seeing that as a kid and I had like my stomach was in knots afterwards. I was like, oh.
It's like, what is it? It's like a mafia hit goes wrong and the guy gets chemicals and he's buried without dying and he lives under the earth and he watches the mob boss like raise his kid as
and he just wants his daughter back and everything.
He just wants to like kill the mob boss and be like, I'm your dad. He's not your dad. He killed me and took you.
But the weird thing is he wants to bring his daughter into the cave with him.
He wants to bring her to him and live in the earth with me, you know? And it's like, whoa, this is fucking... It's just a crazy guy who lived underground for like 100 years and just went fucking insane.
But the weird thing is like he's like stuck to the wall. He can't move.
He's a
or
weird
anything.
green glowing skeleton.
Like, just like on the wall. Like,
and it pulses whenever he talks.
Yeah.
It's so creepy.
You know what makes me pissed? I got HBO Max for a month. And guess what they don't have?
Moral Laurel.
Batman the Animated Series.
Well, I bought that on Blu-ray also.
Why would they not put that on it?
Because it's their moneymaker?
Wait, is that tied in with the DC streaming thing?
Yeah, HBO Max. The DC streaming thing turned into HBO Max.
Oh, okay.
So it has like almost every DC thing, but it doesn't have the fucking animated series.
Hey, that means you can finish
I wanted to watch it with Riley.
See, this is why I don't buy into all these streaming services. I'd rather have a physical copy because you never know when they're going to take shit down. It's annoying.
Yeah.
That's why I like Prime, because like it's a streaming service, but if you like it, you can buy the license to it right then and there.
Yeah.
That's why I like Prime.
Yeah.
I don't know.
$90 a month, or $90 a year, which kind of sucks, but
yeah, but it's not even that much considering how much like Netflix and everything is.
Yeah, but I'm already giving him a fuck ton of money whenever I get drunk and buy MREs. You know, like.
I'm so glad you didn't buy that. If you bought that, it would have made you eat that on camera.
I mean, I did buy a bunch of MREs. I just didn't buy the really expensive ones.
We had to eat them on camera.
Yeah.
Are they at least US MREs or?
I wanted to buy Russian ones because all right. Yeah, I've been watching this YouTube channel, Andrew. I've told you about this already, right? The YouTube channel guy who eats MREs.
I think you might have mentioned.
No, I don't think you did.
Oh God, you're both named Andrew.
Hey.
Oh wait,
this guy. No, it's fine. And I like the way you had the same reaction. You both lifted your arm.
I know, watching my beer, and I'm like, I know he's not talking about you.
It's this guy like Steven, MRE, or no, Steven 1989 MRE. And his whole thing is he's like a really rich dude who is like slightly autistic, I think, or maybe just a really genuine, endearing person. And he eats fucking MREs, and his reactions are always like, he's like, okay, today we're going to eat an Italian MRE from the Mountain Patrol from 1947. And then he opens it and he goes, nice. And it's just like, it's the most like, and you're like, yeah, dude, that is nice. I fucking love it, man. And he like eats it and he's like, wow, I can't believe the coffee's still held. And you're like, I can't believe it either, dude.
You know what I bring out of the story?
Like Bob Ross.
That does sound cool.
You know what I'm bringing out of the story? Any nice person in Chris's mind has to have a mental deficiency. They can't just be nice people.
No, because there's no such thing as a nice person. If you really think about it, we're a competitive species. If you are nice, you're mentally deficient.
You know what I hate the most? When I'm working and I see people walking down the street as I'm driving, I always wave to them. You know how many dirty looks I get?
Because what the fuck do you want from them? Why are you
I'm just trying to be nice. I'm just trying to spread happiness and joy. I'm driving down the road. I'm like, hi. And they're just like, what is this guy want? And this homeless guy was on the side of the road and he waved at me. But I had to deliver to the house he was standing in front of. So I pulled up probably like 10 feet away from him. And he looked over and ran across the street. And I'm like, God damn it. He probably thought I was going to go like beat the shit out of him or something.
You should. You should beat up the homeless. They deserve it.
I think they deserve anything but the shit.
It's like, fuck giving them food, fuck giving them money, give them a fucking broken jaw. Fuck homeless people.
Are you just trying to say this because somebody said we were too nice?
No, speaking of homeless people, did you guys ever hear the story about when Ricky moved down and lived with me for a while in Florida?
No.
And we went down to downtown St. Petersburg one night and we got fucking destroyed. No, we got fucking destroyed. Like we drank way too much. Well, anyway, as we were walking back from what are you
doing, Chad? Oh. Well, this is stupid. Can I ruin it?
Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
You just ruined all momentum.
Yeah, I know. Seriously. Well, anyway, we were in downtown St. Petersburg. We drank too much. We were walking on our way back to the cars. And this homeless guy came up to us. He's like, hey, can you guys spare a couple? And I just went, why don't you get a fucking job, you piece of shit?
I always think of that scene in Psycho. Where
American
Psycho, where he goes up to the fucking homeless guy and
he's like all nice to him at first, and then he just beats the shit out of him.
Why don't you get a fucking job? And then he starts stabbing him, and it's like, what?
And then he kicks the dog.
Yeah, he kills the dog. That was the fucked up part.
Yeah. You actually have the rumor that everything was fake. He was just imagining everything he was doing.
Well, no, that's the big debate is, was that all in his head or did that all really happen?
Because I mean,
it was just so powerful that his lawyer covered everything up.
Yeah, I don't know. The way the lawyer turns to him in the bar and goes like, "What are you talking about?" You know, and the fact that they go to great lengths to say he's such an average-looking person that everyone thinks he's someone else. I don't know. I like that movie a lot.
That movie is good.
Fucking chainsaw.
You know that scene where he takes the peel off in one go? Do you know how insanely hard that is to do? And the fact that Christian Bale is able to do it perfectly, like take it off in one piece perfectly fine. Like I'm sure they put flour on his skin before they did it or something, but it looks super cool in the movie.
So I have that movie in my Blu-ray collection, and Marissa's parents were over one time. They were doing something at the house, and her dad was looking at my shelf of Blu-rays, and he goes, "Oh, do you mind if we borrow a couple movies for like movie night one night?" And I was like, "Yeah, go ahead, pick whatever you want." And he went through there and he picked up American Psycho. He's like, "Oh, I think my wife will really like this one." And I was like, "Go ahead." She is not into horror films at all.
But she loved it, right?
No, she had nightmares like the week after. She told me she woke up screaming like several nights in a row.
Well, first of all, the movie's called American Psycho. If she knew she didn't like horror movies, why would she hand over this movie? And why would she agree to watch a movie called American Psycho?
He thought the movie was something else. He thought the movie was something completely different.
He probably thought it was Hitchcock's Psycho.
Yeah, that's probably what he thought it was. Yeah.
I feel like that would fuck her up too.
Yeah, but that's so
the actress up for life.
Yeah, but that's considered a classic now.
Yeah, but it's so.
So is American Psycho, though.
It's so. Today's standards are so high with movies like I was gonna say Texas Chainsaw Massacre as a reference to today, but
I'm
now
a
like
fan of that movie, man.
that movie's old as shit compared to like the violence you see now. It Saw, like a Psycho to Saw, like the violence you see in Saw is
Did
ridiculous.
you watch the newest Rambo?
No.
Oh yeah,
Watching,
I did.
the last scene where he's just like blowing people away, and they have squid packs just blowing up on both sides, go blowing heads up. You see the hats flying off and everything.
Especially like when he stabs people and you just hear all like the guts and everything. Like,
There's a scene where he cuts a guy's right here, but the hand's there, so he cuts the fingers off.
Come on, man, that's too much.
That's great.
Damn.
It's too much. This is coming
That's
from someone.
entertainment.
Entertainment, God damn it, America.
Andrew, my older brother, we watched an awesome action scene the other day during Treasure Island when they were defending that outpost.
We did.
How fucking sick. And there was no blood, no gore. It was just real intense.
It was like 5-on-9, and the fact that they even like killed like one from the other side, like they got like 8 left.
Yeah, exactly. It was 5 versus 9, and they're like,
it wasn't just like random people dying left or right.
It was so cool
That's
looking.
pretty good.
Wonder Woman 84 had a kind of cool scene where her powers are kind of. This part of the movie is her powers are fading away because of a wish she makes. So
Just
she's
like
trying to
Spider-Man
like
2.
fight off these tanks and everything, but then she ends up getting sucked under her car and everything. I'm bad at explaining things, but it was a pretty.
Is this the scene where she saves the Palestinian kids?
That was so bad. She fucking, first of all, in this movie, I'm going back to it. She uses the whip too much. This is like an ex machina thing. Anything bad happens, she pulls out the whip. So there's a scene where she flies through the air, whips the kids, grabs them, and just like crumbles on the ground. And the kids are so stiff that
Because they're dummies.
First, yes, they're dummies, but if they were real kids, they would have got concussions and everything. So they would have got fucked up from that fall.
She crushed one of their arms.
Yeah, but it's just dummies. So if you're watching it, you just see the stiff things. Of it was awful. Fuck that movie. God damn it. Bought HBO Max for that, and because Raya's like, I need to watch it. And guess what?
You can hit her, right?
She fell asleep.
You should have made her wake up.
It's like, I paid for this.
Now watch your Wonder Woman, God damn it!
That hurt really bad.
So did any of you guys see the new Wonder Woman?
No, Chad did.
Just me. I was
someone I know that we went to high school with saw it, and he was like, Wonder Woman 1984, more like Wonder Woman 1984.
Whoa, dude, that's so good.
That should be on the cover, man.
Dude, epic bird.
You know what's bad? Pedro Pascal was actually kind of cool in that movie, even though he had nothing to do with the real character, I guess.
Right?
What?
That's the Mandalorian, right?
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, I binged the entire series. I saw all of it.
Shit. All right.
It's been a week, man.
All right. Well, I am gonna.
Actually, we watched most of it in one day. We just didn't do anything.
All right. COVID. So I'm gonna ask you a question. Yay or nay?
Yay.
Series.
Yay.
What about Boba? You like how they treated him?
Yeah, it was interesting. The only thing that I was hoping that they were going to do was have him turn, because I mean, let's face it, he's a bad guy.
Well, they do that at the end. They showed the Boba Fett series where he just murders the guy and takes over.
Yeah, Bib Fortuna from Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, but he's a bad guy, but he has honor. So I guess he owed something to.
Yes, but he's not a true Mandalorian, though.
I always felt
he was kind of birthed into it, though.
No, but he wasn't, though. He didn't know the whole Mandalorian code or anything.
I'm sure he figured it out eventually. Yeah, but Mandalorian, what is the Mandalorian code? Some of them are taking the helmets off, some aren't. That's the only flaw with the series. You have what's taking their helmet off.
Chad, shut up. Andrew, talk.
Can't.
No, there was that faction that just had their own.
Shut up, Chad.
I don't want
This is the way.
What are you saying, Andrew?
There's that faction that the way was just they interpreted differently.
Bullshit. Okay. Who played Knights of the Old Republic? Okay, you know about the Mandalorians.
Yes.
Is the Mandalorian show doing it the way it should be done?
Yeah. It's difficult because you have to understand Knights of the Old Republic is like 10,000 years before this time period.
But it's still it's Knights of the Old Republic takes place directly after the fall of Mandalore.
Yeah, but
right?
Now I think there's different like factions of Mandalorians around.
But no, that's not how the Mandalore War worked. That's not how it went down. The only reason Mandalorians got beaten is because Revan was able to unite the galaxy against them. You know, like Mandalore was just like this one planet of these crazy badasses who just started conquering shit left and right as one unified army. This idea that there's factions, that's not Mandalorian, man. You're either a Mandalore or you're not. You know,
they kind of explain that though, like in the sense that like if you've seen Star Wars Rebels, they kind of explain that like how they're very fractured right now because there are people who want to stay true 100% to like the original Mandalorian like code and everything, and then there's others who are like, nah, we need to like change it a little bit or something, you know.
But I feel like a real Mandalorian would say, fuck that shit. No, we stick to the like even Canderous. He's helping you do like Canderous is a Mando first the entire game.
Yeah, you know? but if you remember, he's also kind of not because he doesn't wear the armor anymore or anything.
Well, that's because you put him in different armor. You know?
No, but when you first meet him, he's not in armor.
Well, because he's because again they had just lost, so he's like, I'll just do this, and then he meets Revan, and Revan inspires him to be a Mandalorian again. Yeah,
but see, if he was true Mandalorian through and through, he would have never removed the armor.
Well, he winds up running the Mandalorians in the second game.
So I got you.
Yeah, you got me.
But Libero, you'll be happy. In the Boba series, there's rumors that Kyle Katarr is going to be in it.
Katarr? I don't buy it.
I was so hopeful. I was hopeful, but
I don't buy it.
Why they have not done anything with him yet is just beyond me.
Because they hate us, Andrew.
Yeah.
Star Wars keeps that close to his computer so he can jerk off to it at night.
What was the name of the shitty little friend you had in Jedi Academy?
Oh,
Jaden.
Okay, I want a movie about him.
No.
Being a fucking pissant the whole time and everyone hating him.
Did you say
how about his annoying little sidekick there? Remember you play as Jaden and then there's that annoying guy who's
No, that's the one I'm talking about. The one that if you go to the light, he goes to the dark side. If you go to the dark side, he goes to the light. Who's the dumb little fuck?
Rosh.
Yeah.
You know how annoying it was? Like, remember when you're doing the training thing and like whenever you try to do anything, he's always like, done right before you finish.
No matter how fast you go. And you're like, bitch, I cheated to give myself max Jedi speed to do this fucking maze. There's no way you beat me.
But it doesn't matter because I didn't really care for Jedi Academy. Jedi Dark Forces 2 and Mysteries of the Sith were the best of the series. Fight me.
I think Jedi Academy was fun because I would go into the what do they call it? I'd hit the Tilde key.
Oh, the sandbox.
And then I would just I would go to the Jedi Academy and I'd go to that room where it had the raised square and then like the observatory, and I would just like I would start sparring matches like Luke versus the Sun, like, you know, and I'd watch them fight, right? Like 10 stormtroopers, can they kill one apprentice Jedi, you know?
You ever notice in Jedi Academy, Dasan, when you spawn him in, his voice isn't the same as it was in Jedi Outcast because I think they couldn't get the legal rights or whatever.
Yeah.
To the guy who originally did it.
The actor was sick that day.
He had like a generic guy do the voice.
Dude, remember hyper realistic saber combat?
Yeah, G_realistic combat 1.
Oh, and you were wrong, Chris. The dark saber in now canon, that's the only dark saber that exists.
Okay, did you notice how you had to preface it with now canon?
Now canon.
So what I said was correct.
In Legends, yes.
Okay.
In Legends.
No kitty.
They're only nitpicking.
The dark saber showed up in Rebels.
No, I know, but that's the same dark saber that's in.
Apparently, there's only one dark saber ever.
In Legends, I guess there's more than one dark saber.
There's only one vibro blade ever invented, apparently.
Well, no, because in Knights of the Old Republic, the vibro blade or whatever
was not canon.
That's not canon anymore.
No, I know, but that was
not canon.
No. What I'm saying is that's a regular sword.
It's a regular sword, but it's a high frequency like Raiden's sword in Revengeance. Like it can parry lightsabers.
No, but the dark saber in Rebels is actually like a lightsaber. It's just the blade, the
crystal,
lightsaber is
the
shaped
kyber
like a
crystal
blade.
is black.
It's just shaped like a blade.
Can I ask all of you one thing? If what's his name in Force Awakens? Not Poe, not Rey, the other one.
Finn?
Yeah, if Finn can wield a lightsaber.
Son's name?
Your son?
That's actually pretty funny. You can go fuck yourself. If Finn can wield a lightsaber, why can't other people just have lightsabers in Star Wars?
They can.
They can't. Han Solo used a lightsaber to save Luke.
No, I know, but why are the Jedi the only ones that use them?
Because the Jedis can reflect. Because the Jedis can reflect lasers back because their reaction time is super high.
Yeah, but
like,
still,
dude,
having
it's
a fucking laser sword would be badass.
You have to understand, it's the same concept of bringing a sword to a gunfight. Unless you're really good with the sword, why wouldn't you just bring a gun? Jedi are really good with the sword, so they can bring the sword.
Well, it's just like that blind guy in Rogue One. I mean, he didn't use a lightsaber, but he used a staff. He never used a gun.
But he was force sensitive as fuck. Whether
yeah. But like he was. I mean, the other problem is he's blind. He's not going to be able to use a gun very well anyway.
No. So he was just like he was smart enough to know like dodge, walk for. Yeah. It's like I don't know, Chad. You've never been in a real sword fight. I've been in a few. Like when you're in the middle of it, you really get into it.
Andrew, Rocco, how have you lived with him so long? And
with what?
Like, the bullshit stories he tells.
Andrew, what's it like living with Chris?
I mean, it's good. You got your good times, you got your bad times. You get Chris that gets really mad and angry at video games times, and then you get your freaking I don't know. We go out in the woods and Chris climbs a tree, and you're really drunk, and yeah, we've had.
So it's constant.
Just like just that was good.
Get some fucking insight into the.
Chris was my first best friend.
Hey, you're mine. Isn't that neat?
It's really
Chris Rocco, look at the chat.
Do I have to?
Well, it's just to explain what I was talking about earlier.
There it is.
Shaped like a lightsaber, it's shaped like a saber, like an actual curved blade and all that.
Oh, I don't give a fuck what the shape of the lightsaber looks like.
Well, no, that's what I was trying to say. It's not like in Knights of the Old Republic where they're actually like an actual sword. It's like it's like a lightsaber. It's just shaped differently.
Yeah, but that's fine because you can shape your lightsaber to whatever you want based off the focusing of the crystal.
Right.
I thought that's the way it works. It's why like Yoda's sword is like mad short and rounded because he fucking made it mad short. Whereas like you look at Vader's and it's a fucking Zweihander in some scenes.
Yeah.
Imagine like a Buster sword saber.
There was that. See, it's not even canon anymore. I can't even like bring up stuff from fucking. Well, I'm glad I spent all this time reading those books and comics and playing all those video games. Fucking Star Wars. I'm fucking 30.
I like the first season.
Useless.
I thought the second season started getting a little like they didn't know how to close it off.
Yeah, that looks like a vibroblade.
The whole warm and fuzzy fucking ending. Like what the fuck?
That wasn't warm and fuzzy. It was sad as shit. Baby O was like,
I thought the second season was better than the first season.
Yeah, that fucking Ahsoka episode was fucking brilliant. The way they shot that and everything was like an old school Chinese martial arts.
So, can I ask you, Mandalorian fans, a question?
No.
Have you ever seen Lone Wolf and Cub? No?
No.
Lone Wolf and Cub is about a Ronin samurai trying to defend the prodigal son against various assassins, murderers, and armies and stuff. And he's like a super badass who uses like his brain to fight his way out of every situation. I'm pretty sure there was a comic called Yojimbo that's like the basic same story. Do you think if you had seen Lone Wolf and Cub prior to seeing Mandalorian, it would have influenced you?
I actually kind of really like how they did the relationship between.
My thing is like, dude, I've seen the story about the old grizzled warrior and the young baby.
Yeah.
I've seen that so many times.
If you want to be a naysayer, you could say you've seen almost every story before.
Right. There's only, 7 stories a man can write, I think Plato said. Was that Plato?
It's all about how it is executed, and I thought...
Right, but here's the thing. I've already seen it executed perfectly.
Such a naysayer.
Watch too many movies, man.
Watch Lone Wolf and Cub, dude. I'm telling you, they're fucking hidden gems.
So you're gonna learn that Chris Rocco is the ultimate film snob.
When you don't have a social life and all you do is watch like 3 to 5 movies every night, like fuck yourself. All right. Eventually, one day I'm gonna win the lottery and make the perfect movie, and you'll all thank me.
Can that be in it?
No, I said perfect.
Well, on that note, thanks for watching Just Your Average Podcast.
Wait. Game of the year 2020. What's your game of the year?
I don't know if I've ever played any new ones. I haven't played any new ones. Chris Burgess, have you played any new ones?
Final Fantasy VII Remake.
That was all right. It's good.
I'll say that's mine, because that's, I think, the only new game I played.
The only new game that I bought isn't a new game. It's the N64 that was released for PC finally.
All right, I'm going with Ghost of Tsushima.
If I played that, I'd probably pick it.
It was really good.
Play that. I heard it's good. I thought The Last of Us 2. I like The Last of Us 1, but Last of Us 2, I didn't even finish it. Final Fantasy 7, yeah. I thought I have to go with that. The remake was pretty freaking awesome.
Just the remake was great.
I played Mario 3 a lot. It's my game of the year.
1998.
I'm currently playing Donkey Kong Country. I love that game.
The emulators.
You know who's like retardedly good at the Donkey Kong games?
Who?
Brad.
Really?
Like he can no death all the way up to the final boss. I watched him do it. It was fucking easy.
I can get through the first couple worlds if I really try not dying.
But he's not even trying.
It just gets fucking stupid once you get to
I was having like a full-on conversation with him, and he was like looking away, looking back, just like cruising through the levels.
Once you get like to the forest section in Donkey Kong Country, it gets kind of brutal.
He got all the way up to the snow parts without
snow parts are hard.
Oh, the snow parts are hard.
Yeah, I was a baby.
But yeah,
I'm Chad. Did we talk about what you wanted, Chad? Did we do good?
No, you all failed.
Did we sound like 4 incel new males or whatever the fuck?
Well, you're gonna seem mean because somebody said we were too nice. People are douches. I'm Chad. That's douchebag Chris. That's asshole Andrew Ibera. That's scummy Chris Burgess. That's total twat face asshole dick liquor Andrew Rocco.
All right. This is
watching Just Your Average Podcast.
This is Just Your Average Podcast signing off.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell to be notified. Everything Chris said might be bleeped out, might not. Thanks for watching.